It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Texans. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players. The OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down. They'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. A run for Pierce out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give left side for Pierce. Stays on his feet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, 36 yards. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Aaron Sipas now. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Stroud looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Raiders! From 4 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Here's Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 65 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 5 now, second and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Hand off left side, Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 9. Stroud. Buying time to his left. And the Raiders have got him. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Throwing now is Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! Brock Bowers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
In motion, Hill. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
In motion, Hill. They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
They're going to look to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the 1st half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Call it a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud to throw it.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Steps away to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And Stroud now to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. No gain on the screen there at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 22.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun to the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And now out comes Houston. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud will look to throw once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here goes Stroud again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken a fourth quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember. Offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Handoff right side to Pierce. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. And they take a knee. Pierce now up the middle. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Houston, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.